Take care.
Everybody, we have 2 more games left this weekend, and we are moving on to game number 3 for today. Again, thank you everybody who is subscribed, who is supporting the channel. Honestly, just all of the subscriptions that we had today, like, it makes me really, really appreciative of all of you. Considering that this is now my full-time gig. And, you know, we're going to have a show on GDQ that essentially follows sort of Kusog7ande's format. It's just one-off matches with generally obscure games. It's going to be a lot of fun, and so I'm really, really, really thankful for y'all. Now, go ahead and take us, Crappy, to the game reveal. Everybody, where are we going? Well, yeah, there we go. Who is our GM for today? Please welcome on in Garby, the Glitcherous, just burning on fire. Woo! Yeah, in Dead Anna Jones. Yeah, Indy definitely had a bit of a hard time there. But Garby, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm excited to give this. It's kind of a classic to me personally. I think we've only had it once, but yeah.
Yeah, I know that you know this game. I've played a decent amount of this game, but I'm not very good at it. It's hard.
Yeah, it's a hard game, and it's definitely pretty mean in a lot of ways.
Yeah, what do we have?
We have Addams Family for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Ah! Addams Family for the NES. This is a game that honestly is a little bit closer to your standard platformer, but at the same time, it has some difficulties and some really strange turns in it that make it very, very difficult. With that said, I don't want to dilly-dally because, you know, we've got a tournament to run, and we're already a little bit late. We have all 4 of our players streaming. Watch out, there is flashing here. So please avert your eyes if you are able to, or if you need to. There may be more flashing in the game. I don't think this part is too intense, but there may be more coming up.
Yeah. I think this is the only one, but I'm not sure.
Maybe, but it's NES, you know. Avert your eyes. We do have the Nintendo seal of quality.
Yeah, so it's an amazing game, clearly.
Close my stream. It looks like one of the players has my streams open. You're not supposed to. Close it. Close the stream. It's the second day of the tournament. I can be a little bit more forgiving as we get everything set up. But yeah, Addams Family for NES. This is a platformer, and it is a little bit confusing. I don't want to spoil too much because you're going to have a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. I just want you to know that I smell food, and I want food, and maybe I'll eat some chips in just a second to try to, like, stave off the hunger pains. Okay, as soon as I see movement, I will start a timer. Everybody spam all of your scary emotes and get snapping. Yeah, because here we go. So, Addams Family, you have played a lot of the Addams Family games, Garb, and I know this.
Yeah, I've played. I used to run the SNES one, and it's probably the best one. And the Pugly Scavenger Hunt for SNES is also pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
even though,
for sure.
And it's really that one's really challenging. We had that in the last Kuso.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, honestly, it's one that I'd kind of consider a little more jank. Like, the one big problem is that you need to get almost all of the money that you see on there. You need to get at least $1 million to be able to complete the game, and that requires being pretty thorough and also getting some secret rooms that are, I think they're hinted at in the manual, but they don't explicitly tell you where they are.
Yeah. By the way, Shambles is into one of the rooms, the bone room. There are a lot of bone rooms in this game. They're different colors. I think you need to go into one of them specifically. Of course, the game doesn't tell you which, so you just have to figure it out.
Well, all of them have... The other two have money, so you'll still want to go into every one, but one of them leads to a pit, which I think Rhythm
you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say that's not the best when it comes to design, that you go in somewhere and die immediately. It looks like Rhythm Bastard on the bottom left already has the key to get inside the house, though.
Yeah. In this game, it kind of pays to be more thorough. So the criteria I'm using for completion is that it's first determined by how many family members you rescue, and then it's determined by money. So Rhythm Bastard will probably want to go back into there at some point to get some of the things that are there. But I
would expect some game overs, though.
Yeah, I think he did fall in a pit, so he probably just doesn't want to even try any of the other rooms, which I can't blame.
Yeah, I honestly can understand that. So, question here: you're basing it based off of how many family members they rescue, followed by the amount of money. When you get a full game over in this game, though, do you have to start from the very beginning, or are there continues? How does that work?
So you get 2 continues, so that's 3 sets of 3 lives, and then you have to start from the very beginning. So it's pretty mean.
By the way, I'm going to go ahead and start the prediction for who will win. You will have just a few minutes to fill that out. We give out channel points. It's always exciting. I think, let me go ahead and get all those names copied over so that you all can do your predictions here. We've got Rand up at the top left, Shambles top right, Rhythm Bastard the bottom left, and Garfield the Lightning at the bottom right. I recognize some of these names. I don't recognize some of them. I don't want to, make people feel like they should go one way or the other, though, so don't worry too much about whether or not they've played before. Some people have their own strengths and weaknesses. It's gonna be good. It looks like Rhythm Bastard is currently in the furnace, there's the grandmother. She's grandma, right? Does she count as a rescue if you get her?
I believe so, yeah. The thing is, I think you do need to find, it does count as one, yeah. That counts as one, so that's
okay. Cool. Well, we have one person rescued on Rhythm Bastard stream, but I feel like they're going to be getting a game over relatively soon. There's a death there. Furnace is cruel. I don't know. I don't want to be running around in a furnace. Too hot.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I feel like I already asked and you probably already answered and I already forgot. Do you have infinite continues?
No, you don't.
Okay.
So
yeah, Rhythm Bastard has used one.
That will be, I don't know if this is his last or he has another one. You get 2 continues, so 9 lives in total.
Okay, that's, for the NES era, that's not super kind, but it's also not super cruel. It's right in the middle, I'd say. There you go, Rhythm Bastard using the last continue, I believe. I saw the screen was orange for some reason. Not sure why, but that was weird.
Yeah. Oh no, the freezer. This part is pretty rude.
Yeah, Garfield the Lightning going into the freezer. I'm hearing myself through your mic a couple times, Garb.
Oh, I can try to turn myself down some. Maybe.
Alright, or push to talk can fix that.
Well, yeah, I'm on push to talk. I guess I can turn you down a little bit.
Uh-oh, Rand dodging the stabby boys. Oh, I don't like the stabby boys. I kind of do like that this game is a little non-linear. You can go multiple, like, various directions. Yeah, there are some of the characters that are going to be best to save first, but you don't necessarily have to go in one specific route in order to play this game. And I like that. For the NES, it's a little bit unusual.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Rain found Thang, and what Thang can do is that he can give you and he can make you invincible for a little bit. So it's really cool to really important to find him.
Thank you very much. The help. Oh my gosh. I feel like, especially when the new movie came out for Addams Family, if I'm not mistaken, directed by Tim Burton, it was very, very good. I might be mistaken, though. I don't...
I've played a lot of Addams Family, but I haven't seen much of the other media based on it.
No, it wasn't Tim Burton. What am I talking about? Okay, director was Barry Sonnenfeld. It was an absolutely fantastic version, though. What can you say? Raul Julia playing Gomez Addams, Angelica Houston in it, Christopher Lloyd, freaking Doc Brown from Back to the Future was Fester. Like, it's perfect. It's absolutely, he's absolutely perfect in it. Not only that, but the second movie, Addams Family Values, is so freaking good. Like, if you go and watch them now, they still hold up. Not only that, but there's a lot of humor that I just didn't get as a kid that I get now. So if you did watch it when you were young and you go back and watch it now, worth it. You're going to get jokes that you'll remember and you'll be like, now I understand. Now I get it. This is amazing. Yeah, Raul Julia is an amazing actor. I believe that he played, it was M. Bison in Street Fighter, and was probably the best actor to appear in that movie. Holy cow. It was not a good movie. But he absolutely destroyed the part. He was great. He's one of the best. And Angelica Houston as Morticia Addams. I don't recall anything else that Angelica Houston was in. Let me go and take a look to see. The Witches. She was the main witch in The Witches. Did you see that movie, Garb?
Oh, I have not seen that.
Oh my gosh, it was based off of the Roald Dahl book. They turned the kids into mice, and the mice run around, and they're like, oh, let's go ahead and turn all the witches into mice, and it was great. It's a fantastic movie, and she was creepy. She was perfect. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I may need to see that.
Yeah, I would suggest that movie actually still is kind of horrifying. It's a little bit cheesy, but I would say go and watch it sometime. She was in the Wes Anderson films per Homie Jesus. Is that your name? We've got Homie Jesus in chat. Hey, question. Did you actually let your brother die on the cross and flee to Japan like we were talking about earlier? I feel like, Homie Jesus, that's not cool. But yeah, it looks like she did the voice of one of the poodles in Isle of Dogs, which was a Wes Anderson film. I still need to see that. I've seen most of the others because Wes Anderson is really cool.
Oh.
Oh, what?
It does seem like progress might be kind of confusing. We kind of need to watch closely to see who has been rescued. Like,
Okay,
it's based on the amount of family members you get.
Yeah, Iskorin was saying in in Twitch, that it seems a little bit confusing to keep track of who is winning and not. That's something that Garb is going to be the most qualified to pay attention to. Just because, with 4 players in a non-linear game, it's hard to tell who is winning. The way that progress works in a non-linear game like this is how the GM has decided to track progress. And with that, it's going to be, first, the number of family members that a player has saved. Second, if they have tied, whoever on that attempt has scored the highest amount of money. Now, you do not have to save all of the family members on your last attempt, but you have to save the most of them in a single attempt. That means that if you save Pugsley, for example, on your first playthrough, and then you save Morticia Addams on your second playthrough, that doesn't count as 2 saves. That counts as 1 save per attempt. You have to save the majority in a single attempt. So, honestly, we're going to see some lead changes, even though Rhythm Bastard had saved Grandma. Rand, for example, just saving Thing. Does that count as a save right there, saving the hand?
Oh, yeah, because Thing shows up on the screen, so yeah, that counts.
Yeah, perfect. In that case, it's essentially a tie between those two, I believe, unless one of them has saved 2 in a single playthrough. So ties will be determined based off of whoever has the highest money count. And then if it is an exact tie at that point, then it'll be whoever got that amount of money first. Or whoever got the saves. Or, is it whoever got the saves first or the money first? I think whoever got the saves first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, we have a general idea for how we can determine who is the top player in the game based off of the various rules that we have preset, and ties are determined on who got to that tie first. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Rand going after Grandma. Can you save Grandma? Can you get her? She's just there. Yeah, this is not... The furnace isn't too difficult. Like, you take a lot of damage from all of the fire here, but otherwise it's kind of okay.
Yeah, probably one of the trickiest sections is the section that Rhythm Bastard's on. That's a pretty fun.
Why are Mr. Popper's penguins here? Why are they murderous? I don't know. Have you ever met a Popper who was as murderous as Mr. Popper? Not me.
I cannot say I have. Okay, that's 2 so far for Rand, yeah. But there's just a lot of really bad jumps here.
By the way, the person who played Cousin It in the Addams Family also was one of the main characters in Children of the Corn, and that is horrifying. They played Isaac. I don't like that. I like that. That's horrifying, but I kind of like that. Gotta be honest. Oh, I gotta see. Christina Ricci was Wednesday Addams in the movie. Jimmy Workman was Pugsley. Christina Ricci has been in a lot of stuff. Played Kat in Casper. If I'm not mistaken, was she in Beetlejuice? Was that her or was that somebody else? I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to find the information. She was in Casper. She played in That Darn Cat. Okay, never mind. That was Winona Ryder. Never mind. I love Winona Ryder. Absolutely fantastic. Recently, Christina Ricci has been in Wednesday, which is a TV series. I mean, makes sense. She was Wednesday in Addams Family. Why not be in a show called Wednesday? and apparently did some voices in the movie for Teen Titans, the Teen Titans movie. Lizzie Borden Chronicles. She played Lizzie Borden. That's the one who took the axe. She gave her father 40 whacks. Yeah. Which actually, all of that probably didn't happen. But she also played in a TV movie, played Lizzie Borden. She got to play Lizzie Borden multiple times. Oh my gosh, that's kind of amazing. Christina Ricci, aka Lizzie Borden. Pugsley has been in some stuff fairly recently, but honestly hasn't done a whole bunch of stuff other than working in the transportation department. Which, I mean, if you want to be a part of the crew, and honestly, anybody who has worked in theater, the crew working behind the scenes, they are absolutely essential, and I feel like they don't get as much love. So Pugsley is a crew person. I love that. I'm a huge fan of, like, somebody who stayed in film and stuff, but didn't necessarily stay in front of the camera, instead worked behind the camera. That's awesome. Pugsley, you get a thumbs up from me. Okay, well, anyways, that's basically my shout-outs to the various actors who were in the Addams Family movies. Of course, there was the show. I don't recall who was on the show. The movies were really my jam when I watched them when I was younger. So, big question, though. With this game, we've got it on Kusog7ande. Why do you feel like this is an appropriate game for Kusog7ande, Garb?
So the platforming, I think this section that 3 out of 4 of our contenders on says a lot about why, it's just really slippery, especially here, and the jumps are just so rude. And also another thing, you have to get $1 million to complete the game, and it can be really tricky to find some of it.
I mean, to be fair, the lawyers there in the movie are trying to steal all the money, so it makes sense that you're running around trying to get the money back. The legs that you see sticking out of the house, I believe those are the legs of one of the lawyers, per the movie, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Wait, the kid who played Pugsley in Addams Family Values is the Milady Fedora tip guy in the meme? Oh, that's awesome! I didn't know that was Pugsley! Oh, Escorian is saying that the leg sticking out of the house, that's Pugsley stuck in the side of the house. Is that right, Garb?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you need a shrieking potion for that.
Well, it's a little bit hard to keep track of. If you're wondering why the music in this game is actually pretty rockin', it's because it was done by Jonathan Dunn. Ocean Software often had games that were not the best, but they had fantastic music, and Jonathan Dunn is not one to skimp when it comes to music. I mean, did the music for Mr. Nuts, for Darkman, for Hook, for Hudson Hawk, for RoboCop 2, Total Recall, Puznik. You know the Puznik music? It's an absolute blast. The New Zealand Story did some of the conversions for the NES port for that. Bad Dudes, terrible game, but amazing music. Subterranea, yeah. Not the same one that we're thinking of, no. That was the Commodore 64 game, Subterranea. I almost tricked y'all. I almost tricked myself. But yeah, simply put, he is a legend in the music industry back in the NES days. And I would say that the music in this game is very enjoyable. I would also say that while the game has problems, it actually is a very well-running game. Like, even with everything that's happening on the screens, and sometimes there are a lot of sprites on the screen, it still runs very smoothly.
Yeah, that is true. It definitely does.
it impresses me. Like, honestly, this is an impressive NES game, even with its flaws. Ocean Software did some things really right with this game. Of course, the physics and how difficult the platforming is, you know, that definitely could have used a little bit of polish or a little bit more playtesting. But what can you say? When you gotta ship, you gotta ship. It's just a good note to developers. Try to make it easier to land on platforms. Especially when you're dealing with a casual player, give a little bit of wiggle room. I've got food. This is what tasted so good. Or what smelled so good. Justin brought me some food. It looks like we've got jambalaya.
Ooh.
Oh, Spanish rice. No, it's close. But yeah, thank you so much, Justin. This is gonna be so good.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Oh, it looks great. One thing that I actually really like about this game is that while there are tons of different areas to go to, every area looks very different from every other area. It's a very, like, the game looks nice. You can tell that every character, they put work into making the sprites look like the characters and look different. Sure, some things are goofy, like why are you killing penguins in the house? I don't know. Wednesday looks a little scary there, though. Gotta be honest.
Well, the thing is that she's in the freezer and she's thawed out. She'll look different if you take her to the furnace.
Oh, good. If you take her to the furnace, she'll warm up a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I put some of the Spanish rice in my mouth and it was really hot. Chat says hi though, Justin. He waves back to you, chat. Oh my gosh. Cat tongue. No, it was hot. Rhythm Bastard also saving Wednesday in this attempt. Very nice. I think
Nice.
dying is probably... No, dying's a bad idea in this place because the platforming in, like, the platforming is already, it just feels very inaccurate. Like, when you jump, if you're not perfect at jumping, you often just feel like you're falling through the platform instead of landing on it. And unfortunately, with ice physics, that just accentuates what you have here. Honestly, I think Wednesday might be one of the better ones to either save right at the beginning or save right at the end. Because that way, you know, you either can just restart your run really quickly if it goes wrong, or you can have a solid, like, 5 characters saved and just worry about Wednesday. You know, considering that the players are going to be trying to get as many characters saved as possible. Ah, there we go. Shramble's thawing Wednesday out. She still looks a little bit shocked, but that's okay.
So I guess I'll mention, like, one thing, like, just for tracking, like, I'll be saying that, like, Wednesday is saved when you collect her in the freezer. Even if she hasn't been thawed out, she still counts as being rescued because she appears on the screen. This is kind of an edge case.
Yeah, if she's in your inventory, then it counts. There's Grandma. Shrambles has both Wednesday and Grandma at this point. I don't know if Shrambles has saved anybody else, but I believe you can see from like either the pause screen or the select, if there's a select menu, you can see from one of those, I believe, how many you've saved.
Yeah, it's the pause screen. It is a little unfortunate that you have to pause to see the progress. That will make it a little harder to track, but hopefully it won't be that bad.
I mean, If they pause every once in a while, that's probably going to be enough to help us. And also, at the end of the match, we can always ask them to pause and take a look.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just send them a message and say that if they want to pause occasionally so we can see how many people they've saved, that would help.
Yeah, that would be nice, yeah. But I do think you do need to thaw Wednesday if you make it to the end of the thing. For it to be able to complete the game. So it will only matter, I guess. I guess Wednesday also does give you a key, so you do need to thaw her to get the key.
Yeah, there we go. Shrambles going to the pause menu, showing that we've got 2 of the people saved. Very nice, Granny and Wednesday. I don't know if anybody has saved more than those 2, although somebody did save Thing at one point.
Yeah, and another one that I would say counts as that also counts for the total is Lurch. If you ring the bell, he'll come out and that'll count as saving him because he'll appear on the screen.
There we go, Rand saving 3 of the characters there. So
Nice.
far, Wednesday is frozen, but still counts as a save. Honestly, this is a good amount of money on this playthrough as well. 229,000. Technically, 3 people with 229k is more progress than Shrambles' 2 people, 255k. But if Shrambles managed to collect 1 more, Shrambles would move into the lead here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's taking your time exploring, finding out where the big bags of money are. That's somewhat important. Of course, it doesn't really matter until you are on an attempt where you have a lot of people saved. So I wouldn't worry too much about collecting money until later on. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this tree.
This game is such a troll.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them just fall.
There's no warning, but at least it's not insta-death. I can forgive it if there's not insta-death. Forgive it a little bit. I know that some people would get angry. As long as you're not instantly dying due to trolls, then I think it's kind of fine.
Yeah. One thing with what the freezer that is particularly mean is that you get a checkpoint after saving Wednesday, so you need to go all the way back through the freezer as well, and that checkpoint there is just mean.
It's very mean. Yeah, I might consider saving Wednesday for last, just because of that.
Yeah.
Again, either Wednesday first or Wednesday last. Wednesday in the middle just doesn't seem very good.
Yeah.
Why is there a zombie in the dining room? What is even happening? Why are there plants in the dining room? I'm just confused by everything. I don't understand the layout of this house.
Well, this is a conservatory. I think that's something that plants should be at. I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can have plants in the conservatory. That makes sense.
But other person, I'm not sure.
Okay, here we go. Shrambles got a game over. Rand, though, still has 3 people saved. So I think that is still first place.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm very... You know what? Addams Family House is actually you know, the whole story is about this very, like, they're a rich family that is very happy sort of just living their own lives, you know? They're fine being weird. And they just sort of embrace it. And, you know, a lot of other people in the shows tend to think that they should change or that they should be different, but they just sort of embrace that strange, sort of morbid life that they have. And it's strangely, they have some of the best family relationships in shows. Like, Morticia and Gomez, absolutely perfect for each other. Yeah, maybe Gomez wouldn't be perfect for you, but they love their kids. They take care of their kids. Yeah, they go to the kids' play and, like, cheer when blood spurts out of their necks all over the stage, you know? It's not what everybody else loves, but that's the family, you know? They just sort of stick with what the family is all about, and it's cool. I love it. Like, I love that, like, everybody has stories about their families and some of the strange things that they had happen. But the strange but harmless stuff, I think, is good. It's good for every family to have some of that, you know?
Yeah.
Be weird.
I agree. Yeah, if you're not hurting anyone, then yeah.
Yeah. Of course, being weird is not the same as being a jerk. Be weird.
Yeah.
By the way, there was an Addams Family musical that came out that we went and saw. It wasn't great. You can skip that one. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Don't worry about that. There's other Addams Family stuff you can just go in and embrace.
Yeah.
Be kooky, don't be creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, somebody in chat liked the musical. I didn't like it so much. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Greg the dog, you're saying that Pugsley did cause car accidents by removing a stop sign, which may push the boundaries of what counts as harmless? Okay, I would say that encouraging your kid to remove stop signs probably not the best idea, but kids need to be able to, like, get in trouble without having too harsh of consequences. I think that it's good for kids to be able to be a little bad on occasion. You know, obviously they should get in trouble for that, but, you know, not get a life sentence or anything. But,
yeah, you kind of need to just learn, like things and things, yeah.
Yeah, you know, if a kid goes and causes some trouble, kids should be able to make mistakes. Kids should be able to be dumb on occasion, and they should, like, definitely be disciplined for when they do make mistakes. But it shouldn't be something that's absolutely terrible for them. You know, allow kids to make mistakes and to learn, but allow them to be kids.
Yeah, it should come from a place of hoping that they grow, not from a place of just being mean.
Yeah, and let me just say, anybody who's driving on rural roads, okay, or roads in small neighborhoods, if you're driving there, 98% of the time you are going to know where the stop signs are or should be. You're gonna be fine stopping. Not only that, but if you drive in a small community at all, you know how terrible all of the drivers are in your community, and so you know that you better be watching out.
Yeah.
I'm opinionated, okay? Because people here will drive the wrong way in a roundabout. Like, not... I hate it. I hate it. I get so angry. So I'm less worried about the existence of stop signs, and I'm more worried about the drivers.
Oh, yeah.
And if you are in a small neighborhood driving fast enough that a car accident is going to, like, kill everybody involved, then maybe you should slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's always the people driving pickup trucks. You say nobody important 5. I'm going to go ahead and say that where I live, it's usually SUVs or something like that. Oh, how about this? The other day I was driving down the road. Okay, traffic was a little bit backed up. I was following other people, and there was this parking lot for Staples, and I saw this car that was just trying to get out of the parking lot, turn left in front of this heavy traffic, and like every time a car passed him, pulled out a little bit more. Car passed, they pulled out a little bit more, and by the time I got there, even though there's no stop sign for me, okay? It's like in the middle of a road where you're supposed to wait. You're yielding to everybody else, right? No, they didn't yield. They went right in front of me. And I'm like, I knew they were going to do that. Like, just looking at the look on this person's face, I'm like, I know they're just going to pull out in front of me. And that, you know, I could have gotten, like, my car's old, okay? If I would have just, like, kept driving, I could have gotten a new car. And it would have been their fault because they pulled out right in front of me. But no, I stopped because I am a decent human being and I don't want to deal with all that crap. But I would have had a new car off of their insurance because they totally messed that up.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a bit since I've driven, but it does seem like you sometimes have to, like, make sure.
By the way, it appears that Rhythm Bastard per chat has moved into the lead. We've got 3 saves down there with a higher amount of money.
Yeah, 240,000. I didn't catch how much Rain had at the end.
If somebody totals my car, I don't get injured, and they are the ones who have to cover the damage, I'll go ahead and take that new car. Yeah, this, like, right now, car buying economy terrible. I'll take whatever their insurance gives me. Give it to me, baby. But also, I'm not going to, like, not break. I'm going to try to prevent it because, honestly, it just, I don't have time to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think so far the only people anyone has saved are Wednesday, Granny, and Bane, I want to say. I will need to check back the bond, but yeah. Oh, someone may have saved Large. I might need to recheck that too. I don't remember. Oh yeah, you need to find the drinking potion for it to count as totally being saved.
Yeah. Okay, bag of money, good job, Shrambles. Honestly, I feel like all of the players are really learning the ins and outs of this game, and Garfield the Lightning is learning how BS some of this game can be, but got the blue egg. What does the blue egg do? Why do you need egg?
I think it's an ingredient, I'm gonna say. For the potion or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, like, I believe most of the players have gotten 3 characters saved. Garfield the Lightning hasn't. I'm unsure about Shrambles. Shrambles gotten at least 2 before, but I don't think 3.
Yeah.
So right now, I believe that the order is Rhythm Bastard, Rained, Shrambles, and then Garfield the Lightning. Anything could change, though. This is Kusog7ande, and when it comes to this type of tracking, all you need is one good playthrough. you know, one solid set of 3 continues, and not to jump into the deadly ice water there, Gomez. Come on, Gomez, you got good legs, I know it. I've seen you use them. They're good legs. It's just the timing of those ice blocks combined with the ice physics that we have here. Too much ice, okay? I would seriously defrost this freezer.
Yeah. Oh, and in the balcony that Garfield's in, there is a secret room, and the manual hints at it, but that's about all it does, I think. Oh wait, it says there is a secret room, but it doesn't really say much about how to get it. Or no, that may be a... Yeah, I do think it's the balcony that has it.
So what did you give them? Did you give them the manual that they could read through?
Yeah, I gave them the manual.
I think that's extremely helpful. And honestly, for a game like this, it's kind of needed. You know, modern games, we try to make them accessible so that you don't have to do additional reading outside of the game, unless it's La Mulan, in which case, good luck. But yeah, for a lot of NES games, they expected you to have the manual and be able to read through it. I would say that anything older than NES, a manual was basically required to know how to play. So, you know, it was kind of par for the course that you had information there. Honestly, in my opinion, this game has some flaws, but it's actually very charming at the same time. It's like one of those games that I can understand why certain people would hate it, but that I still feel is an enjoyable experience for me.
Yeah, it can be enjoyable. I played this a lot as a kid, and I got some enjoyment out of it, despite some things. But yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it looks like Rain got the snorkel. That's needed for a water section that you need to get large for.
Rand also has a lot of money, 282,000 per chat. That may be a lead change, putting Rand in the lead at this point. Now, Rand is actually a new player, I believe. I don't believe he has played in Kusog7ande before. Rhythm Bastard as well. Shrambles and Garfield the Lightning. Well, I know Shrambles has been around quite a bit with Don't Make Us Bored and other things. Garfield the Lightning, I'm unsure. I know that the name has been around. And I could look,
yeah,
but I want everybody watching to know that you can also look and see the match history. If you type !schedule in the Twitch chat, you will get the current schedule, but it also has a link to all of the matches that we have had in the past. So you can go see what other people have played, see how they've done. Yeah, and honestly, we tried to keep up with VODs, I think ever since the first Kusog7ande, where I missed a couple of the VODs because, yeah, just because. Other than that, we pretty much have VODs for every match that has happened. So feel free to go check out the history of Kusog7ande there.
Yeah. Also, I do think it's Garfield Lightning's first Kuso, looking at, like, the roles in Discord.
Also ignore that Nightbot says the 6th Kusog7ande. It's the 7th one. It's a lie. Did I ever think Kusog7ande would take off like this, you ask, Jade Strike X? Nah. Nope. I thought it was going to be something dorky that I do once, and now it's basically my job. Which, honest, oh my gosh. Let me just say, the other day when we went to the art festival, I met a guy who's probably a leprechaun, at least he dresses like a leprechaun, who talked to me a lot about politics, and one thing that he talked about was how people are too addicted to entertainment and blah, 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 you know, they can't pay attention to anything for long periods of time. And I'm like, I'm sitting here for like a solid hour watching Gomez Addams jump around over spiders and stuff. That don't pay like, I'm in the entertainment business, kind of. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't really agree with Old Man Leprechaun. I didn't find his gold, though, unfortunately. I didn't see any. Oh, per Escorian, Rand had 3 saves with $322,300. Congratulations. Old Man Leprechaun Escorian is able to pay attention to 4 streams at the same time, and that is pretty dang neato.
Yeah, I can't look at. It's hard for me to look at all 4 at the same time. It does look like Rhythm just got back up to 3, so if he can get more, then he might be able to take the lead.
I do have ADHD. I do a little bit better when there are only 2 people playing, but at the same time, I really, I don't know, sort of my commentary thing is, we don't have to talk about the game the entire time. There are plenty of streams that already do that. You know, any speedrunning stream, they're going to be talking about all the various strats and blah, 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 blah. But honestly, if you saw our second Top Gun game yesterday, you know why we don't sit around and talk about the game the entire time. Because that was the biggest snooze fest ever. It was so boring.
There was a lot of Top Gun yesterday, I noticed.
The other 2 Top Gun games, there was a lot more to talk about, but that second one...
Oh.
Well, it was Blasphemous Roar. What else do you think he's going to give out? Something good? By the way, yeah, the thing is, we do call this a bad game tournament, so giving out something bad is very much appropriate. However, with Kusoge, there's a whole range of games. In general, things that are lesser known, things that are weird, things that, in general, you know, if you played as a kid, you thought, this is just... why am I playing this? Kusoge is on the realm of the weird and the bad. Sometimes there are games that are going to be technically pretty good, just strange, but there are also games that are going to be technically good, but absolutely a pain to play. There are some interesting experimental games, and then there's whatever Blasphemous Roar gave out yesterday, a dogfighting game on the Game Boy. On the Game Boy, not Game Boy Color, Game Boy, that is just really, really bad. I love being able to discover new games, though. Even if that's a game that I never want to see again in my life, I'm glad that we had it once.
I try to give games, you know, that Woody Woodpecker thing, stuff like that. I try to give things like that. I feel that's kind of what that kind of genre is.
Yeah. I think that, in general, Kusoge, especially Kusoge that, is a little bit more on the enjoyable side. Kusoge is never universally appreciated. You know, there are people who played this as a kid who hated it and will never return to it, and that's fine. Just like, you know, cult classics when it comes to movies, there are going to be some that just cannot, none of them will be appreciated by everybody. That's why they're cult classics. You know, there's a very specific group of people that has found appreciation. But, yeah, that's the same thing when it comes to Kusoge. We have at least some appreciation, even if some of the games are not redeemable and we know it, we can still appreciate some of the good things that came out of it. So yeah, that's sort of my whole spiel. Then again, even when it comes to good media, nothing can be universally appreciated.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There are going to be people who say that Schindler's List sucked, even though it's possibly one of the most important and best movies that ever came out. And it's objectively an amazing movie, objectively, by all measures. But there are some people who are not going to like it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, this game, I feel like it definitely fits into that realm of Kusoge because, you know, it's a movie game. A lot of movie games end up getting rushed out the door. A lot of them end up having problems. A lot of them end up being games that, you know, nobody really wants to play more than once. Once you rent it once, you're pretty much done playing the game. But then there are going to be certain people who the game just really grabs. Just because it's bad doesn't mean it's unfun. Just because it's bad doesn't mean that certain things aren't good. There are lots of great aspects of this game. It's just that, you know, there are also all of the flaws with it as well. I don't know. There we go. My spiel. You're allowed to like games that other people don't like. Bam.
Yeah, that's definitely something. Like, even if a game's bad, like, it can have things that make it really fun to play, regardless.
Oh, yeah. I'm also gonna say you're allowed to like games that other people like. You can like popular games. If you're watching and you like Fortnite, you're allowed to like Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite, but I would probably have fun and complain about it a whole bunch. But you're allowed to, okay?
Yeah, I cannot say I played that either.
I'm gonna say I'd rather have you watch the Addams Family movies than go play Fortnite, Garb. If you like, do you watch very many movies or any movies?
I don't really watch that many movies, honestly.
Okay, I would say that give it a shot. Give the Addams Family movie a shot if you suddenly feel like you are down for a movie, but no pressure. I just feel like most people who would have played this would have been fans of the movie, you know?
Yeah, if I ever think to do that, I will. So, it looks like Scrambles has been trying the roof here for a while. It is good to go here. It has a lot of money, but I think he might want to focus more on getting, like, family members, because the roof is...
We're getting close to the end, yeah.
And the roof is really mean, especially without Thing, like, because he can give you an invincibility.
Really? I actually was thinking that the roof might be one of the directions you have to go to collect one of the characters. Is that not required? It looks like Trample says Thing.
Oh, yeah, you need to go there after you get Granny to fix a fog machine, and that will do something. I think that makes the potion. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, Rhythm Bastard just got bared. The bear attack.
That's 3. Wait, isn't that a late ban? Because, wait, no, I think Rain Tech will not.
Not quite. Rain did make it up to $322,000 at one point, possibly a little bit higher than that. Shambles is pretty close. That may be second.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, Shambles is having a really good push, and honestly, you know, the players do not know the order that they are in. At this point, there's about 5 minutes left. I would either try to go somewhere where I know there's a character I could save, or I would be trying to collect as much money as possible. And it looks like Shambles is probably doing the let's skip the money, let's get the characters route. But I don't know if there's a character over here.
I think you can get an item by Granny fixing the fog thing up here, and there is also some money, so there could be a late change.
I mean, okay, this could be worth it. We'll have to see. Using Thing is an extremely good idea. Like, getting knocked off of the roof is extremely annoying.
Yeah, it is also a limited time thing, so he'll need to be careful to reactivate things.
Yeah, it looks like Trambles has been reactivating, so there we go. Trambles is across. Time to go up the ladder and hopefully fix the item here, if you are able to do that. Whee! Oh, look at all the money. I think this puts Trambles into the lead.
Yeah. We got another life as well. So
That's
cool.
$408,000. Shambles was in third for most of the match and just has a huge change in position up to first place. We're in the last 5 minutes of this match. This is exciting. But other players still have a chance, you know. Rand, I believe, has 3 characters saved right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe so.
Oh, I think Rand is at 3. Yeah.
But yeah, this is heating up. This is going to be an exciting end. You know, Rand, I don't know if he knows it, but there is the chimney full of money where Rand is going. And that would definitely be helpful.
Oh, you don't. Oh, falling out Wednesday isn't required for kind of saving her. Oh, so regardless, that would still count as one save.
And Shrambles gets a full game over. That is going to be Shrambles' final push. At, I believe, is that the amount of money there? $419,000?
Yeah, that's the amount of money.
That's really nice. Thank you, Score Page, for showing us that. So the thing is, Garfield the Lightning actually is getting a lot of money on this attempt as well.
Yeah.
I like that name, Garfield the Lightning. That makes me think like Garfield walking at a very medium pace. What a fat cat, that Garfield. Chad is saying that Garfield doesn't have thing. So because that Garfield only has 2 of the characters saved, that would not be enough to move out of 4th place. You would have to have 3 characters and get a high score when it comes to, or get the highest score when it comes to money. But without getting 1 more character, Garfield is going to be stuck in 4th place.
Yeah. One thing that I think Trembles didn't do that would have let him save another family member is go into the door after the chimney. That would have let him save Large by ringing on the doorbell. That would have been a 4th family member.
Really?
Yeah, that's like it makes Large appear on the screen, so that would count as a 4th one.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I don't... Like, Rand... No, we've only got a minute left. I don't think there's going to be any lead change. I think Garfield, unfortunately... Unless Garfield finds Thing, like, right now.
Ooh!
Right now! You gotta find Thing right now! To the right!
He could, honestly. Oh, wait, this is the room with Thing.
Right up there. No, back to the left. No, don't go after the money. I know you want money. That helps score-wise, but Thing is to the up left. That would move you out of 4th up to 2nd place.
Oh, no.
Garfield the Lightning, why are you doing this to me?
Oh, no.
Well, here we go. 7. And that is that. Unfortunately, the falling money was more tempting than the thing that didn't look like a hand. But I'm going to go ahead and say that is time. What an amazing, thrilling match. I loved this. This was so good.
Yeah, this is a cool. Yeah, this game's always a lot of fun.
Yeah. Everybody Shrambles right towards the end. In the last 5 minutes, managed to take the lead, getting the victory today. It appears that Rand took 2nd place, Rhythm Bastard 3rd, Garfield the Lightning 4th. Even though Garfield the Lightning almost got the most money, it's still... Thing is right there, right above you.
So sad.
You'll have to tell them. I'm gonna go ahead and invite Shrambles to come talk. And because I would love to hear Shrambles' thoughts about the game. This is a fun game, I think, despite its flaws. Hello there, Shrambles. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, congratulations on your victory here.
Thank you. I'm a little surprised because I felt like I did not make as much progress as I thought I could have.
Okay.
Especially because
like,
every time I made a jump, I felt like a pixel off, and I would just fly through the house. Go to the forever basement that is the house.
Yeah, right. Sorry, honestly, I'm letting Garfield the lightning know that he missed Thing. Thing is right above him. Like right above him, and if he would have gotten Thing, he would have taken second place. Oh my gosh. Wait. Wait. I need to check with Rhythm Bastard.
Yeah.
Did you ever get 3 characters at the same time? That is my question. Because we might have to go and review in order to determine 3rd and 4th. Rand, though, definitely took 2nd. Shrambles, you definitely took 1st. And it was in the last 5 minutes that you did that. Seriously, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, what are your overall thoughts about the game?
I mean, I wish you could run. That's, I mean, I can't fault things for things that aren't in it. I can. But for the most part... Go ahead.
You can. It's fine.
It's just... It's not terrible to control. Like, when you move left, you move left. When you move left on ice, you move left 3 seconds later.
Okay.
So, like, I don't fault the controls. I just think some of, like, the terrible platforming of just, like, if you don't jump pretty much, like, almost off of the edge of a corner, you won't make half the jumps. Which I experienced many, many, many times.
Okay. Everybody felt like they just needed to make it a little bit more forgiving for where you could land. And if they had done that, I feel like this could have been a much more tolerable video game. Like, it's difficult, but not in the ways that it should be difficult, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
With that said, I've played this game before. I really enjoy it. I think it's silly. It's got issues, but that's fine. Every game has some issues, you know?
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've played in Kusog7ande. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you. Was there any part that you particularly liked or anything that you thought they did well? Since this is an ocean game, which has sort of a spotty record when it comes to literally anything. Yeah, what do you think? Anything that was particularly good?
Honestly, the head bounce mechanic works well. Like, yeah, I don't have any complaints about that. It's like, I wish... Because, like, there were some areas, it's like, oh, you need to do this. It's like, oh, they're actually utilizing something that they put in the game as opposed to just terrible platforming. Like, right at the beginning, where you just jump on those 3 skulls to get to the crypt. It's like, oh, we might actually, you know, engage with some of this, but that's not the case.
Yeah,
because the crypt, you know, having that one door that leads you straight to death, you know, love that.
Death, it's life, death, you know, what does it matter? It's all good. Yeah, like the surprise, oh, guess what, you're dead. It actively discourages you from doing what you have to do in the game, and that is a pretty big failure, in my opinion. With that said, it doesn't happen too often. It's a little bit more tolerable, but it's like, come on. You don't have to have insta-death.
I guess maybe if I had the umbrella in that room, maybe it wouldn't have killed me. But
I don't know.
Who's to say?
Oh, in the pits? I'm pretty sure it's that still kills you.
No, of
I
course.
think you would still
Of course.
die. It's just a slow, very slow death, that you would be going through. Yeah. So, other than that, other than those two things, I can sort of support trolls if they don't outright kill you. I think that can be a lot of fun.
I think trolls in a video game where you have limited continues is very mean.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
if we had unlimited continues, then it's like, okay, this is comedy death. If I fall for it again, it's on me. But the fact that it actively punishes you for exploring all of your options.
Yeah. Some of the other things, like the climb inside of the tree, yeah, it's trolly, but at the same time, it doesn't instantly kill you. You just take a little extra damage because of the parts that fall, and it's very quick to get back up. I can support those trolls a little bit more. I think that there's better ideas, but it's okay. As Rhythm Bastard says, Coyote time is everything. You should be able to react. Yes, you should be able to react to things that are thrown at you. If there is a troll, then giving people's a split second or maybe even a full second to go oh crap, and panic and try to get out of it and actually have a chance. That is what gets exciting, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm taking a look. Let's see, jelly or some bagpipes. Okay. I do think that we want to make sure that everybody that the VOD is reviewed, and it does appear that Rhythm Bastard one time did collect 3 of the items or 3 of the characters in one of the attempts, which puts them in a solid third. Garfield the Lightning, I'm sorry that thing looked like bagpipes. Seriously, what is that sprite? What a crappy sprite. All of the art is great, and then they make Thing look like bagpipes or something. I don't know. It's a little frustrating, but I'm not going to put that on you. That's just it's bad design, and if you don't go and touch the thing that looks like it's just a background object, then there's really no way to know. I don't blame you. I blame Ocean Software. Well, thank you so much, Garb, and thank you, Shrambles. Anything that you need to plug before you take off?
No, but I made a promise to myself.
Yeah.
Rhythm has an album that he's just released, so I'm plugging his album. So go check out. I think he posted a link in our match chat. So,
Rhythm Bastard, could you put that link in Twitch? I do not necessarily endorse anything that is made by the people here, but it's always fun to be able to share. If for some reason it is all about serial killer grannies, I don't endorse them. But if it's about other stuff, then that is really cool. I'll have to go give it a listen sometime. Yeah, just got to put that asterisk. No serial killer grannies, okay? Not okay.
But what about serial killer grandpas or serial killer babies?
See, babies,
where's
they
the
don't
line?
know. They don't know the difference. It's fine for a baby. Kids be kids, Okay, thank you, Garby, and thank you, Shrambles. I will see both of you next time. Take care.
Right, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, bye. Well, everybody, as Chad is reminding us, it is Father's Day, so make sure you, if you haven't and you do want to, make sure you send a message, at least a text over to your father, and if you don't stay in touch with them, then they don't deserve it. Probably. Yeah. But yeah, feel free to go ahead and reach out to them. I will try to remember to do that as well because I'm terrible at remembering these things. All right, we're going to run a quick ad. I will run to the restroom and we will be back with the final game of the weekend. See you in about 1 minute.